just like this same purest family that we have here today. In other words, they'll have them bred so pure at that time that it's just like this same breed. In other words, same size, same body makeup, same look, everything. It's just almost identical to this breed, as to there's no other breed of dogs bred in the world that resemble those dogs but our breed that we have here today, bred of the purest family of American game dogs.
Welcome back to your favorite channel. It's your boy PBK9's giving it to you the way I always do, fair and unbiased, raw and uncut. Some gonna like it, some ain't. Appreciate all my brothers and sisters down in the chat, everybody that's listening or watching the video from afar, all the pet lovers across the world, from the top of the globe to the bottom of the globe. You know, just gonna do a little review or reaction, whatever you want to call it, on the latest info that surfaced on that particular case that I just gave you. And like I said, just opinions. I'm dropping a link down in the chat for anybody else that got an opinion about anything when it comes to these dogs. And for anybody who haven't watched the video, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play it and then I'm gonna stop it at a certain point, and discuss what I want to discuss about it. But like I said, big salute to all the pet lovers down in the chat and everybody listening.
Officials have asked a judge to forfeit to the U.S. government some 200 dogs that were seized during an investigation into illegal dogfighting. The dogs, all pit bull type canines, were seized in October as part of a criminal probe of Broken Arrow resident LaShawn Johnson. A federal grand jury in Muskogee named Johnson in a January 14th dated indictment that charged him with 20 counts of possession of a dog for use in an animal fighting venture and 1 count of sale of a dog for use in an animal fighting venture. Johnson, 54, has claimed he runs a legitimate dog breeding operation. In October, federal authorities seized the dogs, pursuant to a search warrant from Johnson's Broken Arrow home and a 60-acre plot of land near Haskell that Johnson is alleged to have frequented. The dogs are currently being held in a secret out-of-state location by a U.S. Marshal contractor, according to court records. Federal law bans the possession, training, transporting, delivering, sale, purchase, or receipt of dogs for fighting purposes, and the fighting of dogs in a venture that affects interstate commerce. Authorities said 190 pit bull-type dogs were seized while executing the search warrant. Since then, about 28 dogs have died of natural causes, and another 31 have been born in U.S. Marshal custody, according to court records. A significant number of dogs that were seized had exhibited scarring, wounds, sores, and other injuries, while others were found to be malnourished, according to an affidavit submitted in support of the forfeiture. About 2/3 of the animals tested positive for one or more types of parasitic worms. Several others tested positive for Giardia and other parasites. Still others were infested with fleas or had dental issues associated with fighting dogs. Johnson, meanwhile, claims in court filings that he ran a lawful business breeding and selling American Pit Bull Terriers and crossbred canines to customers both in the U.S. and abroad. His business involved breeding animals registered as working dogs, carefully selected for intelligence, physical capabilities, and trainability, as well as companion dogs bred with a focus on temperament, sociability, size, and ease of care, to ensure they were well suited for integration into family environments, according to a court filing made on his behalf. The FBI indicated in court filings that officials there began investigating Johnson while investigating dogfighting operations in Texas and Louisiana.
All right, that's why I'm gonna stop at that first. All bullshit aside, the government telling you, what's going on. Everything started from Louisiana and Texas investigation. Somehow or another, between what's going on or what happened in Louisiana over the past few years and what been happening in Texas over the past few years, his name got involved with something and the investigation started.
Separately, the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Office of Inspector General had been investigating Johnson after a federal prison inmate received several letters from L. Johnson with a return address in Haskell.
All right, let's talk about it. Sure enough, what's going on? Little J, big salute to you, my brother John Denbury in the house. Kobe Sion, what's going on, man? Big salute to all my folk down in the chat. Like I said, everybody listening, we about to talk about this thing right here, man. Everybody always want to point fingers, this and that, but you don't want to listen to the damn truth. You know, you don't want to listen to the truth, man. So I'm gonna give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to the whole Shogun crew out there, man. All them Big Hill, all them brothers, man. Big salute to Catch Dog out there. All them brothers out there doing the right things with these dogs, man. You know what I'm saying? And they don't understand it. They're gonna understand it today. You know what I'm saying? It's like this right here, right? What man with common sense don't know in modern day time that when you send letters to jail, no matter if you send them to your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your mama, your father, your cousin, your uncle, when you send letters to the jail, they get read before your people read them. Or if they don't get read, they can get read before your people get them. That's just the first thing we're going to talk about. You know, what person, would send illegal activities that you're doing into a federal facility? See, I done said it one time before. It's already enough that you got folk that's in jail that's on these groups and on these channels and stuff, and they're in jail. And then, all it takes is one CO to get the phone, and now they read everything in your phone and then lead back to somebody on the outside or anything else. They lead back to somebody on the outside. Or we got information. We done got up in this group for a long enough time. Now we got enough information. We want to get out. We're ready to get out now. You know what I'm saying? Ain't got nothing to do with nothing that you got going on, but it's just gonna lighten their situation up. But at the end of the day, all we here to talk about is what type of person gonna send letters to a federal facility, a state facility, a county facility, any facility, talking about dog fighting. And you wonder why the hell you in the situation you in. Big salute out to Tony, man. Big salute out to Tony. We always rocking with Tony. Casino life prayers. What's going on with you, my brother? Yeah, it's crazy, man. Once I heard this, I say, you wrote a letter to the inmate, which is cool, but then you talking about dog fighting. So no matter how much of the investigation they would have had on him from Louisiana and Texas, let's just be real about this shit. No matter what he say, because we got most stuff to play, because them folk gonna tell you that they got dog fighting videos and everything. No matter what you say, that them letters automatically make you guilty. If you wrote them letters. Now, I mean, you can say what you want to say, put it how you want to put it. But if you write letters to somebody in jail, oh, I done shot so and so and so, I did this, I did that. Oh, I'm selling this, I'm selling this, I'm selling drugs, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And you write letters to somebody in the jail, let alone call the phone. We talking writing letters. We talking about writing letters. That's just common sense, man. Folk get themselves in trouble, and then you looking around wanting everybody else to be hush hush. So folk can make another stupid mistake. Like I said, man, I ain't came here to talk all day today. Just get straight to the point. You know what I'm saying? Straight to the point. You got yourself in trouble. You can't blame nobody else. Period. You can't talk shit because people talking about it. You can't do nothing. You should have known folk gonna talk about it. You're an ex-NFL player. You gotta move like that if you gonna make them kind of moves. Being that you ain't made them kind of moves, who the hell gonna write to a federal facility about you and bragging about dogs? And now what if they wanted to get out? What if the people didn't read none of that and they just wanted to get out of their situation? Oh, let me give you these letters right here. These letters right here, proof enough. Now, when I play this video the rest of the way, them folk gonna tell you they got dog fighting videos and everything and all other kind of stuff that he don't want to be presented in court because he's saying it's not part of the charges or something. And how that's not part of the charges when you wrote a whole letter to a federal inmate talking about dog fighting. and bragging about the dogs you got. And he can't tell me in them letters he didn't name dogs in them letters. That's how them people know about which dog named this and which dog named that on the other articles that I gave y'all. But hey, man, I just give it to you. Let's listen to the rest of it.
The letter writer wrote extensively about pit bull type dogs and his fighting dog breeding operation, according to the FBI affidavit.
Hold up.
Stated in court filings that officials there began investigating Johnson while investigating dogfighting operations in Texas and Louisiana. Separately, the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Office of Inspector General had been investigating Johnson after a federal prison inmate received several letters from L. Johnson with a return address in Haskell. The letter writer wrote extensively about pit bull type dogs and his fighting dog breeding operation, according to the FBI affidavit. Johnson has objected to plans by the U.S. Attorney's Office to introduce evidence at trial of images and videos of dogfights, communications, financial transfers, and dogfighting pedigrees that he claims are inadmissible because they are not specific acts charged in the indictment. The dogfighting evidence is highly inflammatory and risks causing the jury to decide based on emotions rather than the facts of the case, Johnson argued through an attorney in a court filing. Prosecutors claim in addition to the dogs, other evidence seized while executing the search warrants, business records, communications, cell phone records, and fighting dogs.
Hey, big salute R.A. Nixon out there. One thing to report the news, but kick a man while he's down. Would you want another man to be down? You know, at the end of the day, it ain't kicking. Y'all need to learn this difference what kicking a man when he's down in than reporting the news. Like I said, if you can't take the news, you can't take the news. It is what it is. Take it how you get it. You know what I'm saying? Live it how you take it. You know, it just is what it is. I started this show off and I say some gonna like it and some ain't. You know what I'm saying? I don't never say no names. I say some gonna like it and some ain't. Plain out and simple.
Registry papers support their claim that Johnson ran a dogfighting operation known as Kant.
The nigga want me to hide this shit, man. The fuck you talk about kicking the man while he's down? When I'm sitting there telling these folk, instead of y'all pointing fingers, I'm giving you the motherfucking damn what happened. This motherfucker wrote a letter to the feds and that's kicking the man while he's down? You must be stupid. Man, carry the fuck on with this shit.
Kennels.
Let's go.
Government documents indicate that should a judge rule for the federal government on the forfeiture of the dogs, the animal shall be disposed of by humane means, as the court may direct, according to an affidavit filed in support of the forfeiture. The U.S. District Attorney's Office in Muskogee offered the following when asked to elaborate on the forfeiture filing. The dogs were seized pursuant to a warrant issued by the U.S. District Court in Muskogee, as provided in the Federal Animal Welfare Act. They are being cared for by the U.S. Marshal Service, pending legal disposition. During that time, they are receiving veterinary care, housing, and behavioral assessment and rehabilitation. After legal disposition is resolved, dogs who have been professionally evaluated to be safe for placement are made available for adoption through shelter partners. This is the third time Johnson's name has come up in a dogfighting investigation. In 2000, Osage County law officers investigated an alleged dogfight on his property near Skiatook, according to Tulsa World Archives. Johnson admitted to inviting others to his property to show and sell their dogs, but denied the purpose of their visit was to fight dogs.
Oh, hold up. Y'all wanna let everybody keep saying, oh, Pelican Bay doing videos, got him hot. And y'all ain't want me to tell about how he wrote them letters to that federal inmate. Man, kiss my damn ass, talking about kicking.
Johnson was never charged in that case, but others were ticketed for being spectators at a dogfight, according to Tulsa World Archives. In 2005, Johnson told the Tulsa World, "I know I'm no bad guy," after pleading guilty in state court to dogfighting charges in Hughes County. He received a 5-year deferred sentence in that case. Johnson, an all-state running back at Haskell High School, starred at Northern Illinois University before going on to a 5-year career in the NFL. He is free pending trial following his arraignment in Muskogee Federal Court. An attorney for Johnson could not be reached for comment.
Now, I'm gonna ask you this, Ari. You don't know him either personally, do you? Now, you know me personally more than you know him, but you don't defend me when Buck City them be talking about me the way you defending him right now. You know what I'm saying? That's why I do my motherfucking news the way I do my news, big dog. fair and unbiased, raw and uncut. You know what I'm saying? Folk want to hide it. It just is what it is. Like I said, all I played the shit for was the updates. I didn't say nothing. I didn't call nobody no names. I said whoever write a letter to a federal inmate claiming they're doing anything illegal is a stupid motherfucker. If you want to call it kicking a man right down, it is what it is. Sometimes you need to be kicked while the fuck you down. Then you can understand what the fuck going on around you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what you're lacking. People around you, some people got too many yes men around them. You know what I'm saying? Too many yes men. You know, anybody who got a problem with me playing that, tell me what the problem is. You know, before I gave you that, did you know he wrote letters to a federal inmate about dog fighting? Did you know that? Anybody with any kind of sense would know once that letter gets seen by anybody in the institution, it's a wrap. They don't need nothing the fuck else. What else they need? When you done been knocked 2 times already. What the deal is, Flatline? Hey, boy, want that sugar-coated shit, man. You gotta go holler at them boys to give them that sugar-coated shit. It's some channels out there that do that. You know what I'm saying? I can't call their names and none of that. Big salute to the Shogun crew, man. We're waiting on that show with Hanzo and Saki. You know what I'm saying? And talking about them real pit bulls. You know? Yeah, man. Folk want to keep folk on high pedestals, man. When folk out here making stupid ass moves. I tell you, college degrees and all these other degrees don't make shit if you ain't got common sense. These motherfuckers writing letters to federal inmates about dog fighting. And think when folk hear about it, you ain't supposed to talk about it. Oh, that's kicking a man when he's down. Nah, man. That's showing you how stupid these motherfuckers is that y'all dick ride every damn day. Mr. 216, what's going on? What's going on? And the news be hard for some people sometimes, man. It be hard at the end of the day. I just give it to brothers. And like I said, shit, what you want me to do? Not play it? Now y'all keep saying, oh, Pelican Bay this, Pelican Bay that, Pelican Bay this, when he got his damn self in trouble. It wasn't even Buck that got him in trouble. You know? Let's just be real about the shit. The man got his own damn self in what he got. It wasn't no all that other raw bull this. He got his damn self in trouble when he wrote them damn letters to that federal facility. Not to mention whatever else was going on around him. But them letters was the nail in the coffin. But hey, you know, everybody gonna feel how they want to feel about it. That ain't my damn problem. I'm just giving it to you how I give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, a lot of folk, I ain't worried about folk taking my place, giving the news, because a lot of folk ain't gonna have the heart to really give you the motherfucking news the way it need to be given. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I ain't got up here and say, oh, he did this, he did that. I'm giving you a news article. Man, listen, I ain't falling out about nothing. I'm just talking the way I talk. Shit. And the same way you say about kicking a man when he ain't down, when it ain't cool, I told you my version of it. I heard yours. Shit. You know, and I keep it moving. I don't even worry about it. Because at the end of the day, like you said, I don't know him personally. I just know of him. I should have just not even said nothing since October. And let's see what a whole lot more Kennels would have been at right about now. You wouldn't have known nothing since October. Maybe somebody would have popped up with it in March when it happened. You know what I'm saying? Then you wouldn't have heard nothing else about it. You wouldn't have knew nothing about he was going on the damn trial in May. You wouldn't have knew nothing about he pushed the trial back because all this evidence and all kind of stuff with them 3,000 text messages, emails. You wouldn't have knew nothing about none of that shit. You just want me to keep all that shit hush, hush. Man, I tell you, this dog community is crazy. The dog community is crazy. I just do my thing with my dog. I'm about like how the brother said a little while ago, man. My dogs ain't even pit bulls, they're just PBK dogs. I don't even give a damn about none of that shit in actuality. You know, at the end of the day, folk gonna always look at certain folk in eyes. They want to look at certain folk, no matter how dumbass the mistakes they make, no matter what they do, or no matter how they treat you. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Man, they read all them letters you send to an inmate, John Denver. You can send them to county jail, state jail, federal jail, any facility, and everybody know that shit. Only people that don't know it is probably some fifth graders, sixth graders, or something like that. And a lot of them probably know it. Man, listen. At the end of the day, I don't care what they say about me. You know, I give the news and keep it stepping. This ain't gonna be the last news or the last person I give news on. You know, the news don't stop. Them boys ain't getting that situation, all right? You can't compare the situation. You know what I'm saying? They ain't get locked up for the same thing. You know, so that's the same thing with dry snitching is what you doing right now. And same thing what you did earlier in a few comments ago, dog. Me and you talking. Stop bringing other people's names up when me and you talking. You know what I'm saying? You brought my boy name up, and now you bringing up another name up. Stop bringing up other people's names when me and you talking. Them folk that you talking about in the comment, they didn't get in same shit with the situation we talking about now. They had chain fucking damn things. That's what they got locked up for. Chain setups. No animal abuse at all. But you want me to talk about that, but you want me to hide the real shit. I'm confused. Help me out a little bit. You want me to hide what's really going on, but you want me to talk about some bullshit that ain't nothing happening about it. I mean, talk to me. Shit. One thing about it, dog, like I said, when it comes to these dogs, it just is what it is. Folk listen to that shit about me every day for entertainment. But when I give you some real shit, oh, don't kick a man when he down. What you want, the rest of the damn fucking country to be down? Everybody be down? I don't understand. You know, big salute to them brothers that did that show last night. I can't remember what y'all was tagged up under, in case you're listening right now. Big salute to y'all, you know. But y'all saying little slick stuff too, man. You know, but I ain't gonna address that because I enjoy y'all show. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to Yellow One. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to Yellow One because he really said some things about that pit bull last night. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, man, you know, I made a comment, with y'all brothers, and I was saying, uh, this is exactly what I said. Inside joke. I got Crawford to my brothers in the chat right now. Let's see if y'all know what I'm talking about. Inside joke, brothers in the chat. I got Crawford and I got Saki. Do you know what I'm talking about? I mean, do you know what I'm talking about when I say that? I got Crawford and I got Saki. It ain't but two shows coming up. You got Crawford and Canelo and Saki and Hansel. So I said I got Saki. Inside joke part is a figure of speech. You know what I'm saying? The brothers took it literally and kind of, I've been reading shit, but that ain't bothering me, none of that, because I'm enjoying the show. But you kind of said something slick about the dog show. And that's one thing, you know what I'm saying? You got to watch what you say sometimes, you know what I'm saying? When you have, especially when you're amongst certain people, you know, you said something slick about the dog show and it really didn't sit well with me. And I caught it real fast. You know what I'm saying? I caught it real fast, you know? But and you can't expect everybody to feel the way you feel. That's why the world is the way it is. You know, but folks just be doing funny things out there, man, and moving funny ways sometimes. And like I said, man, I ain't saying, oh, this man, no police, or this man doing this, or this man doing that. I'm just straight up giving you a news article. And then we talking about what the news article said you wrote. You wrote a letter to an inmate. Now I could easily say try to point fingers at the inmate. No, we ain't here to point no fingers at nobody. We just talking straight up facts. This ain't no opinion. This ain't no dog. When that letter reached that facility, it was a fucking wrap. That's right, Tony. The boxing and the dog show, man. For some reason, them brothers thought I was speaking rhetoric or something like that. One thing about it, let me explain this, some of my other brothers out there in the dog shows. When you see me in your shows, and maybe, I'm trying to associate myself with positivity in the dog community. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care nothing about none of that bullshit, the mother flunky, that flunky got going on. I try to associate myself with positivity in the dog community. So you may see me with your channel, rocking with your channel, and when you talk about positive things and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, that's why I say salute to y'all brothers last night, because I enjoy myself no matter if it was a small amount of people in there or, a large amount, but just, get to know what's going on around you with these dogs, when we speaking about the dog show and stuff like that and who we got or betting, it ain't nothing about no drama. It wasn't nothing about no drama. We talking all having fun with the dogs, no matter what kind of dog you got, really, but we talking about having fun with them, positive stuff. You know what I'm saying? When you hear and when I come rocking with you in your comments or come up on your panel or something, if I'm joking, I'll say I'm joking, or I'll let it be known that I'm joking. For the most part, don't look at what I'm doing on my page or my channel and think I'm coming and I'm speaking on you, or because you want to say I'm trolling somebody or something like that, and you think I'm trolling you when I make a comment, because it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't play nobody the way, I let each man handle the way I conduct you. Conduct you is how you conduct yourself. I don't handle you the way I'm handling another person. Yeah, East N45. Big salute to you, brother. You ain't missed too much, man. I've just been playing the video, and I did it. I dropped the video earlier, and I did a little reaction on the video, talking about what I thought about the letters being mailed into the federal facility, as well as they said he was already under investigation from Louisiana and Texas situation that was going on. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, like I said, this ain't me saying this. These the news articles saying this. I'm just getting it and letting y'all hear it, And like I said, I ain't pointing no fingers at nobody. I even said that this shit don't got nothing to do with Buck City as far as we hear, we don't know what 100% what's going on, but as far as we hearing, this is something else far different. So, you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, man. Bruce Banner, big salute to you, my brother. And like, like I listen to some brothers talk, man, and it's crazy how, because brothers get up here and talk positive or say they doing this with the dogs, and it's like you really gotta prove it. I'm gonna tell you why you gotta prove it to them folk out there, my brothers, because brothers get up here and they be like, oh, they ain't doing this with the dogs, or they ain't doing that with the dogs, and they try to make it look a certain kind of way, make your dogs look a certain kind of way. In actuality, it is nothing different. you know. And like I said, man, everybody want to do this dog talk, but everybody don't want to keep it all the way 100 with this dog stuff, man. Big salute to genetics out there, man. What's going on with your genetics? I ain't gonna be on too long today, man. Just dropping on a little bit and talking about that article I just played just a few minutes ago. Big Tony in the building, Hemi J in the building. What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, man. And the thing about it, this is the thing about it. It kind of what kind of caught me with it, cause see, I was on my Facebook strolling down or whatever, and I seen brother AQ drop the link, for the brothers dog show. So I jumped, hit the link. I fuck with AQ, hit the link, boom. So I'm checking the boys out or whatever, and dropping little comments in there this time, here and there. And like I said, man, it was just a little smart comment made about that dog show that I really felt wasn't necessary. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, that's neither here nor there. It wasn't no big deal or nothing like that. You know, but and I kind of got the feeling like, how can I put it? I don't want to say the wrong thing. If you don't know something about something, don't really knock it. Ask about it. Ask same way brothers asked about what I meant about the joking part. Because I was gonna come on, hit the link, and come on up there and rock with them brothers. For a little while. And I even try to share the video to get some more people there as well. You know what I'm saying? But once you kind of, that's the thing. I had it on my page. You know what I'm saying? Shared it on my page and throughout my groups pages. But once you say that about the dog show, it kind of made me go back to my Facebook. I'm just keeping it real with you. I went back to my Facebook and I deleted it off my Facebook page. You know what I'm saying? Because simple fact, you know, um, I mean, brothers out here trying to show love, and then at the same time, brothers say slick stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I went and deleted on my Facebook pages, but I left it on the dog groups pages. You know what I'm saying? Um, and like I said, there's no disrespect to nobody, man. And brothers may not feel like they said anything wrong, you know. Uh, or brothers may have looked at when I was speaking as if I was coming with some type of aggression or some type of, like I said, be funny or something like that, or joke around or something like that. But now I was just supporting the channel, man, enjoying the content, whatever y'all was speaking about, you know, and not trying to really get too deep involved with what y'all got going on, because y'all panel is doing speak on what y'all want to speak on. Y'all have some good topics. Y'all speaking about the Malawites and the pits, and what's close to the Malawites, outside of the Malawites, and y'all was talking about the three different um shepherds, the Belgian shepherds, and different things. Y'all have some great topics and stuff like that. Um, and like I said, no knock to what y'all was talking about. It's just you took what I was trying to say, something positive, and try to make it kind of, I don't know, man. I may be making it more than what it is my damn self. You know what I'm saying? Hey, East End, appreciate it, my brother. Appreciate it, East End. Yes, sir, man. Appreciate it. Nah, Tony, you ain't missed too much, man. I was just playing the video. The video saying I posted a video on my channel earlier, and then I just did a review on it, so y'all can kind of understand why I posted it, and don't miss it, because some folk are missing and think it's just the same stuff over and over. Not one of them, two of them, three of them videos that I gave y'all in that particular case over the last 3 months had the same information in it. It may start out the same, but then it's something that was different in the middle part. You know what I'm saying? So you have to listen to the whole thing. And this time right here, it had about the letters getting sent to the jail, the Louisiana and the Texas investigation, as well as the dog fighting tapes and all that type of stuff. Dog fighting videos. They got videos and everything that they spoke about on the article that he don't want to be showed in court. Now, I don't call that kicking a man right down, because I still haven't said anything bad about him. I'm just telling you what's going on with the situation. Now, for any for anybody that feel that way, now let me ask you this: how about if you would go purchase a dog? Would you like to go purchase a dog from him right now? So if I wouldn't have gave you that thing in October, you would have been purchasing a dog from him right now. Or if I wouldn't have gave you that last one because ain't nobody else talked about it, they might post a little link on Facebook, like I said, around that March time. No, it wasn't like it wasn't nothing that lingered on or nothing like that, Tony. It was just when we was talking about the Hanzo Saki show, they kind of misunderstood what the way I was trying to say it or what I was talking about, really. You know what I'm saying? And it was kind of like a, I'm just gonna be frank with you. It was kind of like a fuck the dog show comment that came out real quick, like type shit. It didn't say it like I said it just now, but I caught that comment real quick. And I stayed in there for another hour. I didn't even trip or none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm trying to be around brothers doing the positive thing and rock with that type of shit. I don't care if you got 10 people in your chat or something or whatever. We just talking about dogs. So I didn't trip on it in the comments or nothing like that, or even make it no issue or nothing. And it still ain't no issue. Still ain't nothing. Like I said, I learned something last night off them fellas channel, man, because them boys was telling me about the band dogs and shit. I learned something about that last night that I really didn't know about the band dogs. Supreme Excellence One, what's going on? What's going on? Supreme, was you up there last night? It's a dude that sounded like you a little bit. He kind of sounded like you. I thought that was you probably, but then it's I say brothers be sounding alike from different places and stuff. Yeah, that's why I figured because I say brothers in different areas kind of had the same tone of voice sometimes, or when they have the same tone, they sound alike. Like it wasn't no big deal or nothing, you know what I'm saying? But I just felt kind of funny about it because you know brothers is trying to support brothers. Now them boys say, "Why I don't ask me about the Big John stuff?" You know, ask me about the Big John stuff. I gave you the article that I gave you. If there was another article up there, I would have gave it to you. Wasn't no more articles up there. But hey, man, I don't know, man. I hope Supreme Excellence One getting that dang on dog ready. I'm gonna start. Let me see. It's July. I'll be ready for you in a minute. When I say ready, I don't mean ready for you. I mean to give you a date. Hey, let me ask y'all this, Supreme and brother AQ, if you out there, and anybody else, do you got like say Supreme? If me and you do the call out thing, is it a certain dog that how it go like how them boys doing it? Certain dogs you call out, and you get that certain dog or what? Supreme say he should be in heat in September. If she in heat in September, you're gonna be jammed up by the end of the year. How I'm jammed up now, you're gonna be jammed up on the bottom side of the year. Unless you got something else you know to run with. I got probably about a couple males I can use and probably a couple females. Oh, and we was talking about the old family red dogs. One of my brothers that hit me up and he was telling me about that. Pig Wise said he gonna be at the pig picking for anybody that want to go head up. Let them know. Yeah, we was talking about them old family reds, and I was asking y'all about centipede because one time I was hearing the centipede dog was old family red, but one of my partners had hit me up and said it was the offspring of centipede. A lot of the dogs that he bred and you know his offspring was the old family red crosses, I guess. Big salute out to my brother CV out there with the old family red dogs. Big salute to you, my brother. Big salute out to my man Yusuf, man. Yusuf, I can't answer the phone. I couldn't answer the phone, man. I'm on live, brother. I couldn't answer that thing, man. I thought something was wrong with you. I'll hit you up as soon as I get off live though. You ain't hit me back, man. I ain't know if you changed your number or what. Big shout out to my brother Trevor Laley in the building. Supreme got crane jerky. Y'all boy must be joking. I thought y'all talking about some real food. Yeah, man. Them old family reds that I do see now on Facebook, them some good looking dogs. For the most part, the ones that I be seeing. And this another question. Can a dog be, just like you got the black dogs, and I could take a black dog and breed to a red boy or a red boy jocko yellow dog, and then keep the black ones and just start running my dogs off the black ones, but I still inbreeding and line breeding, and they gonna still be tight yellow, but I'm running them from the black side of the genes, right? Now, you know, I don't know, man. I'm just trying to figure out, you know, could it happen that way on the other end? You know what I'm saying? With the old family red stuff. Could you have a black old family red dog, and he's all black, but it's pure old family red stuff. See, we only see the red dogs right now, old family red. But are there Brindle old family red dogs? That's like pretty much real high percentage old family red, black old family red dogs. Is that the actual? Do the dog have to be red to be considered an old family red, or is that just the line? Because I've never really seen nobody advertise a black old family red dog. I mean, all it is a line of dogs, right? Does that mean there's a lack of purity if you got black in it or brindle in it? I have never really even seen white old family red dogs, but I know they probably have them if you got red nose. Trevor say no because the red nose is recessive, so the red should would have to be crossed into a black or black nose dog. Yeah, I had one old family red female back in the days, and she was I ain't sure if she was ADBA registered or UKC, but I know she had papers on her. And I had that stuff coming down off the Hempfield Wilder dog. But what if, hey Trevor? No, I mean, what if you got a 50% old family red and you breed to another dog that's say black color, but then from that point on, you keep going back into the old family red, but you know, you may have a black dog off the litter, a couple black dogs off the litter. And then you keeping the black side instead of the red side. But you not breeding out. You still breeding to the old family red. Okay, Tony say people have black old family red blood. That's why I was, that's why I was asking. I wouldn't mind seeing some of them dogs. Cause I haven't seen no black old family red dogs. Not saying they don't got like a quarter of it in. I'm talking about like heavy bred old family red, to where they calling it this an old family red dog. But I know they probably some good looking dogs if they built the same way and they still black, and still got that same structure pretty much that them dogs in that line got. Supreme say Faye is a quarter of old family red. But I guess at the same time, that's the big thing. Like, just like I always talk about with the yellow dogs, or staying to the traits of the dog. So I guess a lot of people that have them dogs, they want to stay to the traits of the dogs and what they came looking like and what they was looking like all throughout the years. So that's gonna be the thing. If you really into that line of dogs, you're gonna want to have, your red dogs. I don't know, Mr. Nichols. I don't know what kind of videos. All I know, they say, or the news articles say they want to play videos. They ain't playing nobody else videos in your court. Why would the federal people play a video that don't got nothing to do with you in your court case? And if they trying to play something that don't got nothing to do with you in your court case, why would you oppose of it? Your lawyer gonna throw that out automatically. What does got to do with my client? So I don't know. I'm not really gonna debate that. No, I'm just giving the news, dog. Man, the people say that he got videos and all kind of shit. Shit, he wrote letters. If you crazy enough to write letters to the jail about dog fighting, Ain't no damn telling what the hell they found when they went other places looking for evidence. Ain't no telling. Shit, you wrote letters to the jail. You can bet you on some damn dog fighting videos somewhere or another. That shit ain't shit. If you wrote letters to the jail, that means you don't care about nothing. No, I mean it'll have a black nose. I mean the black dog can have a black nose, but I'm just saying, like I was saying, you know, throughout the years, you never really seen nobody just say they bred to a Eli dog, one of they heavy bred old family red dogs, or pure old family, however you want to call it. Bred to Eli dog, and they got maybe a few black dogs, few red dogs off the litter. Now they going to the black side when it come to breeding, color wise. The black dogs they kept, and they got rid of the red ones, and they breeding back to their dog. They breeding back to the old family red dogs, tightening up the blood, but they only keeping the black dogs that being produced off the dams. Now, eventually that dog will be 100% or 90 some percent or heavy, however you want to call it, old family red, but he'll still be black in color, black nose, black dog. Supreme say pure banjo Earl Jr. old family red 50-50. But like I said, you leaving away from the traits of the dog when you go a whole nother color that the dogs wasn't known for. They known for being red, so that's why I'm guessing everybody keeping them red, showing the purity of the line that you're running. Yeah, the white, even though I haven't seen really too much white, I can see the white coming off them the way they breed them dogs. Supreme, who you got the paired number for? Go ahead and drop it. I'll look it up. I'm trying to look up that pair for you real quick, Supreme. 657-437. 657-437. Is that it, Supreme? Bristol's Karma? That's the right pair, Supreme? Okay. That's the McCool stuff. This the mama dog. This the McCool cigar. Who's Butcher Boy? Who's Butcher Boy? Carver's pistol. So is this the old family red, Side of the dog that you talking about? Okay, I see it right there. Got your wild red inferno and all that. I seen this pedigree. You let me check this pedigree out before. What's going on? What's going on, bro?
What's going on, PGK? You good?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's Faye Mama. Yeah, the bottom side, that's that old family red nose. I don't know how they pronounce that name, but it's Teach. But they say that's Spanish for Texas. But them all the old family red nose
Oh
dogs,
yeah. Oh yeah.
he pulling dogs and Ace of Ace blood and dog of the years and stuff like that. So it's like some very hard working old family red nose blood.
Hey man, I can't believe for 20 some years until I think that was Yellow One of them boys told me that shit in the one of them previous videos about that PR, that purple ribbon. One of y'all boys told me that about that purple ribbon. I've been thinking that whole time it been, just for the show stuff and something like that. The boys say they had to do with the registration and with the UKC and the backgrounds and all kind of stuff like that or something.
I ain't even know that.
Yeah, I was thinking that was like, oh, it was dogs competing in shows, getting titles in shows and stuff. But the boys told me it had something to do with them having a 4th generation background on your dog or something like that in the registry, or them having your dogs in their system, something like that. The boys can explain it a little bit better.
Oh,
But yeah, that's that old family red right there. Let me check this other one out. Yep, old family red. That whole bottom side old family, like you said, then, huh?
yeah, her mama, 50-50, old family red and banjo red.
Okay, now this Karma is Faye Mama.
Yeah, Karma Faye mama.
Okay. Now we just talking fantasy breeding right now. And I don't know how to turn out, but we just looking at the pet and see. Now, if I had a full old family red dog and I went to Karma, that would have been what 75% old family red and 25% of the McCool Evidence stuff and or Garner stuff, whatever up at top.
Yeah, yeah.
Or you can go back to that Garner and Evidence stuff and have 75% of that, and then got the 25% of old family red. A lot of people say all you need is a dasher, like the red boy Jocko sometimes. Depends on what what events you looking for.
Yeah, pretty much. Bro, the owner bred it to he had another dog that was pretty much a pure Butro dog. That's how I ended up with Faye.
That's a good question, Casino Life. Does old family red inbreed well? I don't know, man. It's a couple brothers on Facebook that got some good old family red looking dogs. I got a homeboy that got some old family red dogs. I could ask him and see what he says as well. Uh, and ask the brother that's on Facebook. Everybody be seeing his dogs. They look real good. They got to be old family red. You know what I'm saying? He could probably tell you. I'm not sure, man. But I'm gonna tell you like this though. They gotta be have some type of strength to them because of the fact that people been line breeding it for so long, and they not really trying to go out too far and none of that type of stuff. So it gotta have some good genetics with it somewhere or another,
Yeah, that shit gotta be, you know what I'm saying?
because if they wouldn't, they would have been crossed out to this and crossed out to that and then going back into this and you know, it gotta be,
People be I honestly believe that people that don't want to breed to certain lines, just hypothetically speaking,
yeah.
they'll go to the old family red nose to correct some of that like some structure issues or
Mm-hmm.
just because they don't want to go to the Eli side or they don't want to go to the red boy side.
Yeah, but shit, I ain't gonna lie. I believe your old family ready to do some correcting. When you got some of them dogs, they'll correct some of that stuff. You got some nice shaped Eli dogs that'll correct a lot of stuff out there. You got dogs really in all lines probably that can correct that stuff. You just gotta, you know, go to it, I guess, you know. Um, but that old family red do be, shaped pretty nice for the most part. The one I had, she was long legged. She wasn't that big. She probably about 40 some pounds. Average size head. Her ears was clipped. She was a fire orange color,
Yeah,
and she had orange color eyes. And then I had one, another one that I was telling y'all about off the Geronimo stuff. But that dog wasn't a red nose. That dog was another color. But I don't know if he was like heavy old family red because I'm this is looking back on it now, this was about 30 at least 30 years ago, or 20 some years ago in high 20s. But I
right.
know it had the Wilder's Geronimo dog in there, and I ain't sure what the bottom said or this or that, and I ain't sure if it was 25% of the red old family red or and 75% of this or 100% old family red. I just remember seeing that name in there. And this was during the era where you really didn't pay attention to the pedigrees all like that, especially at the age that I was. You know what I'm saying? It was more of a, trying to just do the bull job, trying to do the dogs. So the pedigree wasn't really no big issue until I started getting older and realizing what's what.
What, 2004, 2003, 2005? I ain't know what no pedigree was. Just had dogs in the backyard, dogs. And it was a whole family red dog out of Memphis, out of Tennessee. And them was some nice old family red dogs in Tennessee, man.
You say in Tennessee?
Tennessee, yeah. I got that. This one I had in Memphis.
Oh, word. Yeah, man. Yeah, I appreciate everybody. I appreciate you coming up here with me today, Supreme, rock with me for a few minutes. Um, Appreciate everybody down in the chat. Anybody that's listening from afar, like I always say, y'all hit that like button before y'all get up out of here, man. Stay on the positive note. Everybody out there doing what they doing with them dogs and them pets and them animals and the heat. Uh, um, you know, Say a prayer for them folk in Texas that lost their lives in the flood. You know, you never want to see no situations like that happen. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy out here, man. Y'all stay safe out there. Y'all stay legal out there. Remember where y'all got it from first. PBK9s, and I'm out.
Yes, sir.